This is a revision video for GCSE English Literature with the AQA syllabus looking at the relationships cluster, and this video is on Quickdraw by Carol Ann Duffy. So the poem begins, I wear the two, the mobile and the landline phones, like guns slung from the pockets on my hips. I'm all alone. You ring, Quickdraw, your voice a pellet in my ear and hear me groan. You've wounded me. Next time you speak after the tone. I twirl the phone, then squeeze the trigger of my tongue, wide of the mark. You choose your spot, then blast me through the heart. And this is love, high noon, calamity, hard liquor, in the old last chance saloon. I show the mobile to the sheriff. In my boot, another one's concealed. You text them both at once, I'm real. Down on my knees, I fumble for the phone, read the silver bullets of your kiss, take this, and this, and this, and this, and this. So the poem is an extended metaphor, and it compares the phone calls and texts in a relationship to a gun battle, specifically one in a Western film or using lots of Western imagery. The narrator of the poem is left wounded and hurt by the encounter, and there's a lot of imagery from Westerns and Quickdraws to contribute to that extended metaphor. Each stanza is broadly shaped like a gun, which reflects the content of the title itself suggests killing, suggests a sense of speed, suggests a battle, potentially a fight to the death, and it suggests Westerns. So the fact that the narrator is carrying a mobile and a landline phone, one modern and one older, suggests that one form of communication is not enough. She's ready to answer her phone. The battle imagery is used throughout in this extended metaphor, the guns, the pellet. The fact that she's carrying the guns perhaps suggests that she's feeling particularly defensive. The fact that they're slung from the pockets on my hips shows that she's at all times ready for the battle, but it also implies carelessness and a bit of arrogance, trying to suggest she doesn't care, perhaps. Like guns is a simile, suggesting that words can wound in a relationship just as much as actions and physical violence could. The enjambment, the way that the lines run over from I'm all, alone, emphasises the word alone, and it's slightly separated from the other words in the sentence I'm all. And perhaps it suggests that this is what the narrator is scared of the isolation, of the loneliness of being on their own. Quickdraw, not only is it the title, but it suggests she's answering the phone quickly, she's ready for this battle. And perhaps there's a double meaning of the word groan. Could it be pain? Could it be pleasure? Is she ready for the fight? The fact that the narrator is addressing her lover directly suggests that there's direct communication, both are ready for the battle, and the commas create short clauses, and combined with the enjambment, they increase the pace of the poem. So, you've wounded me. This should really belong to the previous line, but the enjambment and the separation and the fact that it's a short sentence on its own suggests the shock that the narrator feels at being hurt by her lover. Next time suggests that it's a continuing battle, and speaking after the tone, referring to the answer machine messages left. There's a lack of communication at this point. Twirling the phone suggests arrogance, and squeezing the trigger of my tongue. The plosives, that's a kind of very harsh sounding consonant, create alliteration, so trigger of my tongue, and it speeds up the pace. However, the violence that's implied through the plosives misses. Wide of the mark suggests that whatever insult, whatever hurt she is trying to inflict on her partner misses, and it's ineffective. The partner instead chooses the spot and is very purposeful, it's intentional, this is meant to hurt, and the verb is violent, blasts me. And the internal rhyme adds to the confusion. So tone and phone. There's a lot of internal rhymes throughout this poem. Through the heart, so that's belonging obviously to the last stanza. It makes the poem seem fractured, as if it's like an argument breaking down, as if there's confusion and a lack of communication. And this is love, high noon, calamity, hard liquor in the old last chance saloon. Although there's no question mark, it does seem to be phrased almost as a question. Is it kind of a desperate question about the nature of love, or is it a pessimistic statement about what love is? The list of high noon, calamity, liquor, They're objects traditionally associated with westerns. They suggest the violence and chaos, perhaps reflecting what's going on in the relationship at that moment. The old last chance saloon, it's a cliched western image, but it could suggest that the relationship is ending, that this is make or break time, to use another cliche. I show the mobile to the sheriff is ambiguous. Who is the sheriff? And why would you be showing this to somebody? Could it be that you're, as you might show friends, to get a judgment on a text message, for example? It's very unclear who the sheriff is. Again, the enjambment suggests you're hiding something that's a breakdown in communication. The enjambment on the word concealed, which should belong to the previous line. I reel is a simple sentence and it emphasises the damage caused by this battle. Down on my knees, she's pleading or begging, or is she injured? It's putting her in a lower position than her partner. And the verbs reel, fumble, the fact that she's down, suggests that she's been really hurt by this exchange. The silver bullets of your kiss could suggest violence through the bullets, but silver suggests it could be precious, and it's the first sign of affection in the poem, the silver bullets of the kiss. The narrator responds, take this, and the ellipsis and the repetition end on an ambiguous tone. The extended metaphor of the gun battle, which lasts throughout this poem, would end with the killing of one competitor, but the kisses could indicate something else. They could suggest that this is the end of the argument or the end of the relationship. And the actual ellipses themselves seem to mirror bullets with the kind of this ... reflecting potential bullets.